Hi, ladies. Hope you've had a great weekend. I can't believe it's Monday again already. Just waiting to see if I'm live where I'm supposed to be. I think I might be now. I'm just going to check that I'm supposed to be. I'm still on Tom's laptop because I'm still banned from Facebook groups. It's just insanity. Yeah, Jade's got me. We're good. We've had a great weekend. If I saw you at our monthly meetup today, it was gorgeous to see you. That's the last one now for the summer, so that feels it just feels huge. I feel like I just don't know how we got to the summer holidays. Like I feel like I'm on the last slog now, but I don't know how it's coming up to August, and it really is. August for me always feels like the end of the year. So yeah, crazy. We have a lot of time off in the summer, so this will be the last Facebook Live for a while. I might do some ad hoc stuff and pop in, but in general, we like to spend some time with our families. And that's really important to all of us here. So this is the last official Facebook Live till September. We have got tons coming up in September though. We've got loads of plans happening. We have got a biz boot camp that is going to be running on the she says 10th and 11th of September. There'll be loads of details out about that, but that's very much for you if you are brand new to business, if you want to know how to get yourself going well from the start. So there's loads of stuff like that coming up. And we've done loads of planning. So honestly, I'm really, really excited to jump into September. But for now, let's have our last Facebook Live. This one came about, this is kind of two in one because I want to squash it in before the summer. And this came about purely from feedback and questions from members. So this one's very specifically been asked for. So we're talking about sales proposals and cold outreach. So they're very different topics, but we've kind of lumped them together for this purpose. If you're online, come and say hi. It's always weird when I do it in the afternoon because there's loads less live stuff than in the morning. But if you watch it on replay, let me know as well. If you've got any questions, just post them in as always, and we'll get back to you. So, if you're running your own business, whether you're just starting or starting to scale now, these two things, like sales proposals and call outreach, can really, really open doors. And you don't have to morph into a sales machine. Like lots of us find selling quite icky. You don't have to fake a corporate voice. You don't have to be anything other than who you are. You can do this as you, but you just need to be clear and confident and values driven. Like the values driven stuff's so important. As a small business, people are working with you directly more than your business. And so the value stuff really plays into it. And there's a little side note, there's a business that I worked with before in the past. And then something changed within the business. And I can't even tell you exactly what it is, but I just liked them. I can tell you there's a couple of little bits, but that's kind of not important. But there's something that put me off of them, and lots of it was around the values that they had when they were small seemed to disappear as they scaled, and that was really important to me. So you can do all this stuff as you, exactly as you are. So when we talk about sales proposals, this came up as a I don't know how to do sales proposals kind of question. And I want you to think of them much more as a conversation that you're having rather than a brochure. Um, we still tend to have this idea of there's a certain way to do things in our head, and there often isn't. Oh, all my notes have just gone off. Hang on, we're back. So I don't want you to be thinking you've got to create a huge list of services. What you need to be doing in a sales proposal is showing that you understand your customers' needs and that you have a clear plan to help them. That's it. So you might think of a sales proposal. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you again. You might think of a sales proposal as something that is just a document that you send over to the client, almost like a quote a little bit. But there's more to it. It's not just a quote, it's a proposal of how you two can work together. So when I'm doing a sales proposal, one of the first things I will make sure that I've written on it is a bit of a recap of their needs. So I would like have an actual paragraph in it saying, Stewie spoke about XXXXX. This is what I took from that. I think that, or you suggested that you need something to help manage your time, whatever. Or you suggested that you need a website that has the ability to scale as you go, but you're very keen to start it small and affordable and telling people what you do at this point. These are really bad examples. But the point is that I want you to show that you've listened to them, reflect back what they've told you. So really clearly state, you told me this, and this is what I'm suggesting that we do. The reason we do that is we're building trust straight away. Knowing that you've been listened to is a huge decision in you purchasing something. If somebody has listened to what I want, that is a massive player. So that's what we want to get you to do. In your proposal, you show how you have listened to them and how you have something that fixes their needs, which leads me on to the next bit. So what's your solution to the stuff that they said that they needed? So make sure that we're not talking about every detail in a proposal, just the bits that matter. And by just the bits that matter, I mean the bits that matter to them, not the fandangle stuff that you can do to make this happen. So if I've got a client that says, I want a website with an inbuilt shop, I will say, I propose that we build you a website with an inbuilt shop. I might talk about it a bit more feature-led about what the website can do, but what I don't go into saying it's like, this is a WordPress website and we'll integrate WooCommerce in next. I don't care how I'm doing it, and they often don't know what I'm talking about. So it's this clearly explain the parts that matter and how they link to the stuff that they said that they wanted. So show them how you'd help and why it works. So I might help them by building a website with a shop, and why it works is because it will show the searching public on Google that you have all of these products available. For example, again, not a great example. So recap their needs, your solution. What is your solution? Explain it really clearly. A big thing that's often missed on proposals, and I have definitely been guilty of this several times, is the whole timeline of how you will do this, when it will be done by, and the deliverables, the milestones along the way. So what they will get and when, but both ways. So if I'm building a website, I need to get much better, and this is actually real life learning at the moment, of not starting the website until they've supplied the stuff that we need them to supply. But making this clear as part of your proposal. From signing us on, you will have a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, to provide us the stuff that we need to be able to complete your website by the end of August, whatever. Along the way, we will provide like a chance to review the homepage before we start replicating the design, whatever it is. So your timeline and then your deliverables along the way, what the milestones are. Yeah. Next bit, pricing. That's the first thing people think about when they do a proposal. I've got to do the pricing. You've done all this other stuff. That's selling as you go. You are showing them why they should buy from you. And it's not just about your price, even though we often think it is. So here, I want you to be transparent, really, really clear about what the price is and stand by it. Don't chuck a discount in before anyone's asked for one. Often don't chuck a discount in, especially when they ask for one. Don't shrink here. If you're solving a real problem that they've said they've got, then your pricing is part of the solution. And this is nothing that you should be apologizing for. It's just so important that you recognize how much worth you bring. I don't think worth's the right word. How much you're bringing towards their solution, how worth it is to them, the value that you're adding. And then at the very end, like, make it really simple, add a call to action. So let me know if you've got any questions. We could move forward on this on X date. I could make it really clear how they come to work with you. Drop me an email to instruct us to get going. This could be a really exciting project, like something like that, but make it easy with a really simple call to action. If you've got booking systems, it might be that you refer them through to that to have the initial call. If you've got a client portal, that's something we're creating at the minute. Allow them to log into the portal straight away if they're ready to see the stuff that they already need to provide. But as a proposal, it's almost a bit of a document that's not just a quote. It's got other stuff on there that's important. So keep it visually clean and professional, like easy to read, easy to skip down sections, have headers, make sure they can read it. Don't over design it. Don't try and make it too fancy. Your clarity, your confidence are what seals this and what sells it. Okay, so that's my little bit on proposals. they're not quotes, they're not the same. They are giving a whole value added benefit as well as the quote. And like I said, they're part of your sales. They sell for you, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's proposals. The second bit people were asking me about was cold emails. Now, these can feel super uncomfortable. Everybody avoids sending cold emails. I want you to think of these instead as relationship starters. How can you start building a relationship with someone you'd like to work with? And it feels really scary to reach out to someone that you don't know yet. And also, you probably get a million cold emails a day, all of which are very badly phrased, which don't have good unsubscribe links, which break GDPR for a start. So I'm slurping, it's red hot, but I've got something in my throat. So move your brain to this idea of how can I start a relationship with this person? You don't jump in to tell them what you can do for you. You jump in with something that they've done well on their social media, or you offer support, but in a really tailored way. So the kind of formula for any kind of cold email, if you don't know this person, short and sweet. So really 4 to 5 sentences max at that point. Hopefully we're building relationships and we can get into stuff a bit later, but the initial email, really short, really personal. If you are doing a cold outreach email, you have to be talking directly to the person. You have to be mentioning, and not in the AI way. So I get loads of emails that like say, hi, filter free, for start, not my name. Hi, filter free. I really liked your post saying that you build websites, that your web design post for, I don't know, but it's all just AI written. It's scraped off of Facebook. It's not a real person. They would know that I'm not called filter free if they were a real person. And they're just literally picking a post off of my Facebook and using that as a reflection. That's exactly what I want you to do, but not as AI. It doesn't get the context right. It doesn't make any sense. That's what I want you to do in real life. So something personal, something that you can see that's out there, but that you can say you're impressed with or that you liked. That bit's really important. If they've just announced an engagement or something like something personal to them, it's okay to talk about it as long as you are doing it with that ethical thing of I'm building a relationship rather than I'm manipulating you. If you're going to, in this first one, talk about how you can help them. So we have one that we kind of send to women in business in the local area that invites them into our networking group, basically. So all we are saying at that point is we have networking in the area. If you want to come and test us out, we would love to have you. We provide support for XXX. So we're offering them something. And we are selling to a degree, but we're offering them the opportunity to tell them about something that they nearly always don't know exists. And it's trickier depending what your business is, but there's always a way that you can offer something. You could offer a free download, but only if you can be sure on a cold email that that person will be receptive to it. And that can take up a lot of time. Good cold emails take up a lot of time. So no pushing, just offering. And if you can end it with like a light ask, yeah, if we can support you or you've got any questions, just drop me a message back. In the meantime, it was really, really lovely to meet you, and I hope to talk to you again. Keep it light, let them know how they can come back to you if you want them to, if they want to. I'm sure you want them to. And remember, you're not bothering anyone. Like, we have this real thing as business owners that we're bothering people. You're not bothering anyone. You're showing up to serve, to solve problems, and to create possibilities to help them with something that they might be stuck with. And it's the ease at which you find sending cold emails kind of reflects on how much you believe in your work. Do you believe that I am intentionally helping people? I have got good intent with my offers and my services. It shows, and your energy on stuff like that's contagious. Recommendation will always help you with a cold email. So if you know they know someone that you have worked with in the past, we had 2 women at my networking this morning who actually had both come from the same guy. One's married to him, Hi Nick, if you're there. And the other lady had heard from him from a different networking event, and he told her about my women's network. She's one of the ladies I could easily have contacted as a cold email or a cold LinkedIn message or whatever it is. But she'd already heard of me. So if you can find people that you know other people in common with, it's a great way to start with cold emails that might get you in the door more quickly just by having someone in common. So remember, you're not asking for permission on anything like this. You're trying to help. And I really want you to keep that in your head for cold emails is how can I help these people? The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And it's like trust yourself, trust your voice in this sort of stuff. Okay, so they're my tips on proposals and cold emails. If you've got any questions on these, drop them in the comment. If you need bits of help with examples of something you would say here, ask and we'll do our best to help you. I hope you have the most glorious summer. Like I said, we're still around. Our members club is still online. I am away for 2 weeks, but I'm around the rest of the time. But while I'm away, the team is still here. So Jade and Maxine will still be looking after everything. And the community is so freaking amazing that they all jump in to help you. So if you're thinking about joining us, but you're thinking you may as well wait till September now, there's still so much to be gained over the summer. And one of the things lots of us do in the summer is lots of planning. So you'll end up seeing lots of posts around planning stuff to restart again in September. It feels like it's a restart for lots of people, whether you have children or not. The world sort of changes over summer. So there's still so much to be gained in the club in the summer as well. Okay. Have the best time. Already said it. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. I will see you properly in September, but I'm still here. I'll put some old live videos in. And if you want anything, just drop me a message. I'm always, always available. All right, ladies. I will see some of you soon. I've got meetups with some of you over the summer, and there's still all sorts going on. So yeah, have a good one. See you soon.